The 2015-16 UEFA Champions League knockout phase began on 16 February and concluded on 28 May 2016 with the final at San Siro in Milan, Italy, to decide the champions of the 2015-16 UEFA Champions League. A total of 16 teams competed in the knockout phase. Times up to 26 March 2016 were CET. Thereafter times were CEST. Round and draw dates. All draws were held at UEFA headquarters in Milan, Switzerland. Format. The knockout phase involved the 16 teams which qualified as winners and runners-up of each of the 8 groups in the group stage. Each tie in the knockout phase, apart from the final, was played over 2 legs, with each team playing 1 leg at home. The team that scored more goals on aggregate over the 2 legs advanced to the next round. If the aggregate score was level, the away goals rule would be applied, i.e., the team that scored more goals away from home over the 2 legs advanced. If away goals were also equal, then 30 minutes of extra time would be played. The away goals rule would be again applied after extra time, i.e., if there were goals scored during extra time and the aggregate score was still level, the visiting team would advance by virtue of more away goals scored. If no goals were scored during extra time, the tie would be decided by penalty shootout. In the final, which was played as a single match, if scores were level at the end of normal time, extra time would be played, followed by penalty shootout if scores remain tied. The mechanism of the draws for each round was as follows. In the draw for the round of 16, the 8 group winners were seeded, and the 8 group runners-up were unseeded. The seeded teams were drawn against the unseeded teams, with the seeded teams hosting the second leg. Teams from the same group or the same association could not be drawn against each other. In the draws for the quarterfinals onwards, there were no seedings, and teams from the same group or the same association could be drawn against each other. On the 17th of July 2014, the UEFA Emergency Panel ruled that Ukrainian and Russian clubs would not be drawn against each other until further notice due to the political unrest between the countries. Qualified teams. Round of 16. The draw was held on the 14th of December 2015. The first legs were played on 16, 17, 23 and the 24th of February, and the second legs were played on 8, 9, 15 and the 16th of March 2016. Summary matches: Wolfsburg won 4-2 on aggregate. Real Madrid won 4-0 in aggregate. Paris Saint-Germain won 4-2 on aggregate. Barcelona won 5-1 on aggregate. Bayern Munich won 6-4 on aggregate. 0-0 on aggregate. Atletico Madrid won 8-7 on penalties. Benfica won 3-1 on aggregate. Manchester City won 3-1 on aggregate. Quarter-finals. The draw was held on the 18th of March 2016. The first legs were played on 5 and the 6th of April, and the second legs were played on 12 and the 13th of April 2016. Summary matches: Real Madrid won 3-2 on aggregate. Bayern Munich won 3-2 on aggregate. Atletico Madrid won 3-2 on aggregate. Manchester City won 3-2 on aggregate. Semi-finals. The draw was held on the 15th of April 2016. The first legs were played on 26 and the 27th of April, and the second legs were played on 3 and the 4th of May 2016. Summary matches: Real Madrid won 1-0 in aggregate. 2-2 on aggregate. Atletico Madrid won on away goals. Final. The final was played on the 28th of May 2016 at San Siro in Milan, Italy.